Hi guys, it's Mark Zicree, Mr. Sci-Fi, also known as Mark Zicree of Space Command. And I hope you're having a great holiday season. Just want to do a little quick check-in. It's pretty fun. I had a great Thanksgiving, by the way. We're rolling along on Space Command. I'll tell you about that in a second. Here's something cool that Elaine just got me for the 40th anniversary of Alien. Look at this. It's cool. It's a Weyland-Yutani Bag, which is the company in the movie Aliens that's behind everything. And here's another one. And inside is Reebok's Bug Stompers. Bug Stompers. This is a replica of the shoe that Sigourney Weaver wore in Aliens, which is definitely one of my favorite movies. So I've already tried these on and they fit wonderfully, and so I'm going to be wearing these. So if you see me walking around in these cool looking shoes in the near future, that's what I'm doing. so keep an eye out. And so thank you, Elaine. It's nice to have people who care about you in this life, I'll tell you. And also I'm going through some things and filing things and just kind of doing a little bit of a spring cleaning in the fall. And so I'll show you a couple things I came upon in my piles of stuff. And so this is Dream Flight by George Clayton Johnson and William F. Nolan. And this is a script they wrote. George Clayton Johnson, of course, was the great writer of Twilight Zone. He did Kick the Can, Game of Pool, Nothing in the Dark, and also co-wrote Logan's Run, the novel, with William F. Nolan, and also wrote the first episode of Star Trek that ever aired, The Man Trap. And this is a script that they sold to Twilight Zone, and it never got made. It's called Dream Flight. And subsequently, they turned this into a pilot script for a proposed series that they would have been doing. And so it's interesting that I've got a copy of this. I should have had George and Bill sign it, but didn't. But I have other things signed by them. And then this is, I've told you about when I was 10 and went to meet Nichelle Nichols when Star Trek was on the air. This is the script she signed for me that day. And it says, this is actually her script from Star Trek. To Mark, happy holidays. Hope you enjoy the script. Nichelle Nichols, Lieutenant Uhura. You can see at the top it says Nichols, because in distributing the scripts, they would hand them out, and there would be the person's name on them. And this is an original Star Trek script from production. It's a mimeoed. It's not a Xerox. And you can see all the Uhura lines are circled, because that's how she would memorize her lines. And so this, of course, is one of my treasures, and it's great to have it. And, you know, I mean, I have many treasures. My life is extremely blessed. And just a quick thing on Space Command, quick check-in. In the future, we're going to be doing tons of Mr. Sci-Fi videos, continuing my history of science fiction movies with part 2 of the 60s. We're going to do a presentation of a radio play I wrote. We're going to be doing a reading of the first short story I ever sold. Tons of fun stuff, and much more to come. But in terms of what's going on now, I've just sent out an update to all of my investors. We're still selling shares in Space Command at $7,500 each. It will allow us to keep building the alien spaceship, building the creature suits, all the things we're going to need for when we film in January and March. And it's going to be an amazing time. But we are getting ready to send out the downloadable first hour of the pilot. It's very different from anything you've seen if you've watched it. It'll have completely new sound design, a 5.1 score, and music mix. So if you have a surround sound system, it's going to be amazing. It's got 12 more minutes of content that you've not seen at all. It's going to have, well, to those who've ordered the Blu-ray and DVD, which will be coming in due time, when we have the second hour finished, which we've shot and we're completing in post. But we're going to send all sorts of video extras, tons of stuff. And it's going to be really, really fun. But meantime, I just wrote a pilot for the CW called The Theurgist. And it's the president of the network's reading it. We'll see what happens. I talked with Rockneil Bannon a couple days ago. We're creating a show called Sweet Haven that's part of my showrunners network, where I'm creating 6 series and then we'll shoot all 6 pilots financed by our fans, and then take it out as a slate of 6 shows to the buyers. So we've completely outlined the first episode of Sweet Haven. We've been talking to the actors that we want to work with. They're very thrilled to be part of this, and many of them are actors whose work you love. And so Rock is happy with the outline. I'm happy with the outline. So we're going to jump in and write the script in the next few weeks. And at the same time, I'm moving forward with the project I'm doing with Mark Fergus and Huck Ostby, and tons and tons of announcements to come. But the main project is always Space Command. And so right now, we've rented our studio, and we're putting all the sets back together. The Paladin, we're bringing the Cloverfield Paradox sets and spacesuits to our facility. We're, you know, it's just cool. We're going to be moving the alien hibernation ship stuff into our studio. We're going to be rolling camera. It's going to be an amazing time. So Elaine is back with the dogs, so I'm going to watch the rest of the episode of Watchmen I'm watching, and we'll be talking again real soon. Bye, guys.